There's many people who have lost their value for Old Testament because it's quote unquote all law. That's not really true. The Old Testament is the only Bible the early church had. Paul wrote, I believe it's in chapter 15, referring to the Old Testament, he says, what was written in former times was written for our instruction. Now, where wisdom comes in is it's wisdom to know what in the Old Testament ended at the cross. What in the Old Testament was changed by the cross, and what in the Old Testament passed through the cross. Because all three realms are in existence. What ended at the cross? Blood sacrifice for sin ended at the cross. There'll never be blood sacrifice for sin again, because Jesus, the spotless Lamb, offered himself once and for all, the atoning blood of Jesus for our sin, the redemption's payment. What was changed at the cross? Well, an example would be the Sabbath. The Sabbath day in the Old Testament became a Sabbath lifestyle in the New. There remains a Sabbath rest for the people, and it has to do with an atmosphere of trust that is the daily experience of the believer. Are you with me? Now, let me insert. I still believe in the wisdom of Sabbath rest, but the point is, theologically, the Sabbath day was changed at the cross. What made it through the cross? Davidic worship. The worship with the instruments, the songs of praise, the thanksgiving, the offering in the presence of God, that existed before Jesus died, and it made it through the cross completely unchanged, validated in Acts chapter 15 as the pattern for New Testament church life. So is this making sense?